Today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report, we'll review the Tigers' wins over Delaware and Drexel. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Lacrosse Report starts now. Hello and welcome inside the Towson Sports Network studios for today's episode of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. The Tigers had a busy and crucial weekend against Delaware and Drexel, and they picked up 2 wins. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Behind the net to Brookhart. Far goal line extended to Telekamp. Now cutting in front is Farrow. Shoots and scores. Alyssa Farrow puts the Tigers up 1-0. 28:34 to go in the first. Looks to wrap around. Flings it in front for Farrow. Farrow trying to cut in front. Farrow now a shot on score. Alyssa Farrow. As she drove from the far goal line extended right in front and gets it to go. 4-0 Tigers, 21:38 to go. Cummings behind the field now in front. Shot save, Angie Benson, a huge one. And now the rebound's loose and picked up by Pelham Lacey. Shot by Nihil, great save, Angie Benson, and then another shot coming off the rebound, and Benson able to save that one as well. Dillingham flings it upfield to Brookhart. Brookhart driving, drops it to Telekamp. Telekamp a spin, low shot and score. What a play! 13-7 with 2:08 to go.
With just 7 seconds.
Farrow up top to Samalte. Now inside, Montalbano turns and scores. Rubbing salt in the wound are the Tigers with just 2 seconds left. It's 14-7.
The Tigers topped the Blue Hens 8-5 and slayed the Dragons 14-7. Angie Benson, with her 17 saves over the weekend, was named CAA Defensive Player of the Week. And the Tigers also, with the 2 wins, clinched the number 2 seed in the CAA tournament, which will be hosted here at Towson University. And as always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Sonia LaMonica. Coach, thanks for joining us.
G'day, how you doing?
I'm doing well, and I'm sure you're doing well too. Congratulations, you are in the tournament. That's got to be a big sigh of relief for the team, for yourself, and just to know you're in.
Yeah, I think it is for a lot of teams every year, because it always, it's definitely a tough conference, as we always talk about. No matter what's happened beforehand, out of conference, it's a clean slate for everyone, and you got to go in, you got to take care of business. So thankfully, we took care of business this weekend.
And as we mentioned, Angie Benson, 17 saves over the 2 games. Her save percentage was at 58%. Obviously, she always credits the defense. They were a big part of that. We'll get to them in a second. But Angie, she's really commanding that back line well.
Yeah, she does come up with some great point-blank saves. And she You know, Angie's great. She stays loose. She doesn't get too wound up, too tight, and I think that really helps her to be able to make these great saves, bounce back from being scored on at any point, and continuing to make those great plays when, you know, maybe we've had a defensive error and, you know, it happens and somebody in gets a clean shot off, and, you know, she definitely comes up with those huge plays that spark great momentum for us.
And you mentioned they spark momentum for you. Are those morale killers for the other team when they think they've done everything right to get inside and then to get the door slammed shut on them at the end? I mean, that's got to be.
It's always a bit deflating, you know, but that's the test of, you know, great teams being able to sort of bounce back, and you see those swings back and forth in any good game and any great team. You've got to be able to bounce back from that stuff, but certainly that's a great morale booster for us, confidence booster for everyone. It gets our defense fired up, gets our sideline fired up, and you know, hopefully we can follow up with the play offensively, which, you know, we like to try and do.
Tiana Walfer against Drexel, 5 caused turnovers. The whole defensive unit as a squad played outstanding over the weekend. Kelly, Michelle Gilday, obviously Olivia Conti, and Sammy Chenoweth as well. I mean, it was a great bounce-back game from the Hofstra.
Huge bounce-back game, very much needed. I didn't question for a second. I don't think that game could have come soon enough. You know, our team had to sort of sit through a week of, you know, wanting to rebound off of the, you know, a poor performance, just breakdown from the Hofstra game. So it was, I expected it because I know we've got a great defense, a great group, and for them, that it was just about them coming out and doing what they can do, and that was their mission, and they followed through on it. So was just very, very strong performance.
Olivia Conti in the Delaware game picks up her 40th caused turnover of the year. She's just the second Tiger defender to do that in a single season. She's also up to 45 total. She's 2 off the Towson record and CAA record, which is held by Hillary Fratsky, who's now the head coach of William & Mary. When Olivia signed, and we at Media Day talked about her being potentially a freshman that could have some impact, did you envision her being this good?
It's hard to say. We knew as a staff that we felt really good about her makeup, her skill set, and the fact that, you know, through that entire fall, she brought a level that was so consistent, and we knew what we were going to get with Liv. So I don't think it was any surprises through this spring because we had just gotten kind of accustomed to this is how she plays, this is what she can do, and this is what she does every day. So it sort of just became normal, if you will, you know, that she earned that spot on the defensive unit, you know, amongst a lot of great defenders. And, you know, she has turned herself into one of our best defenders on the team because just of her skill set, her confidence, and she just goes after it. You know, she goes hard. She doesn't play, she plays fearlessly.
And then if we're talking about records, switching to the offensive side, Sam Brookhart. She's tied for the single season mark right now, 1 more assist, and she owns it. She's sitting at 43 assists. That offense, it revolves around her, and teams are starting to key in on her more and more. But she finds a way all the time. Yeah,
she does. And she's got teammates around her. I mean, you know, we go into a lot of games knowing that, hey, you know, Sam, you might see more pressure here. You might see a face guard, depending on sort of what their typical defensive schemes may be. So, it all kind of depends on that. I think Sam's really handled the pressure very well. And you see her, you know, splitting and handling double teams behind the cage, teams wanting to flush the ball away from there. And certainly our offense doesn't rely just on the play from Sam, but we want to keep her involved, and despite additional pressure, she's able to continue to make things happen, and that's what great players do. If they're, you know, overplaying or overextending on her, well, there are good counter things you can do for that. So I think she's just continuing to get better, and she wants to keep bringing that level of play and keep helping her teammates and her offense to have some great success this season.
All right. That'll do it for us today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report. For head coach Sonia LaMonica, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to join us next time when we preview the Tigers' regular season finale against Johns Hopkins. And as always, go Tigers.